kriya for removing body blocks. We start from this simple seat. You start your track at morpho. Morpho. Now your hands go high. Settle your seat into the floor. Arms are straight. Start a very small circle above you. Now the trick with this circle is that imagine you were seated on a clock. Ahead of you is noon, behind you is 6, to the right is 3, and to the left is 9. So find counterclockwise in your circle. And now you begin to find a very simple circle right above you, as though you were drawing a halo above you. When you begin, it may be difficult to reach straight up, and your circle may be down here, or your circle may be here. If you have shoulder injuries, you hold opposite elbows, and you're working through the ribs, through the chest, right? Or your hands are up above. The eyes close, and you settle in. Long, smooth breathing. So with each of these gestures in this sequence, we simply settle in. We become very steady. The movement becomes steady. The breathing supports it. If you need to, you shake it out, you come back in. Eventually your fingers are together. The fingers point straight up, the hands about a foot apart, and you're steady. And it starts to open the shoulders, and it starts to open the chest. Trying to move, keeping the seat very stable. Rolling through the rib cage to make these circles. So the trick with all Kundalini movements is that the arms are firm without gripping the shoulders. Without creating closure, we have precision. You may get a little warmer right here. And we stay steady. We're opening the shoulders, we're opening the chest. If you need to, you hold opposite elbows, and you're drawing a great circle. But as you can, those elbows come up, and as you can, the hands come high. So that we can start to draw our energy up. Our base energy is practical. Survival. Do we have enough food? Do we need to go to sleep? Are we safe? Are we on time? What do we need to do to get through the day? Here we're rising, drawing up out of the practical into inspiration, into determination, and into clarity. Long, smooth breathing. Less than a minute right here. We're moving through the place that says I can't. We're moving through the block in our body that says I can't, I won't, I don't. Steady and sound. Again and again in this sequence, we will move into unfamiliar territory because what we already know is familiar and strong. Where we want to go is into the unfamiliar, into what's next. Move through the block in your body and find what's next. 3, 2, hands high, 3 sips in, go. Hold the breath, firm the arms, firm the body. Release your chin and the hands come down. And be tall and be still. Set your blocks in front of you to continue. If you need to shake out your legs and rebuild your seat, fantastic. So blocks come in front. A recross of the seat if you like. The hands land on the blocks. The seat is back. It's a little hinge of the hips. On the inhale, hands to your shoulders. On the inhale, up. Hands to your shoulders. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The hands are there to support your low back. The rise of the hands continues to raise your energy, to lift your spirits. Close your eyes, find your breath. If you don't need the blocks on the floor, set them aside and bring your hands down and bring yourself folding further. But listen to your back. Use your navel to your spine on your exhale and then rise and let it quicken. 10. Eyes closed, fold and rise. Now the next time you rise, change the cross of your legs and continue. A cross-legged fold is asymmetrical. And so we want to create symmetry in the hips and in the spine. Let it loosen, let it rise. So if you can straighten your arms up to the top. Eventually, the full kriya, you may take hands high, folding forward, rising tall. But this is an advanced move that requires open hips and a strong back. And really come towards that carefully. Otherwise, hands high to the shoulders, to the floor. 3. Use it each day. 2. And 1. Inhale up, 3 sips in, go. Hold. Release your chin, your shoulders, your breath. Sit tall and be still, my loves. Feel. Relax the grip of your hips. Beauty. We'll come onto hands and knees for a moment. Set your blanket aside for now. And then coming into a downward facing dog, walk your feet 2 or 3 steps in so that your feet can be flat. If you need to, bend your knees. And now bring your fingers together as you lift your right hand as though you were picking up a button and put it down. And pick up the left hand and put it down. And start to lift the heel with each hand so that you can balance on the opposite side. And now when you lift your heel, lift your foot and then the other. You have to draw your navel into your body, press your hand and your foot into the floor, find a little hang time, find a little balance. Yeah. Come into a new aspect of your body, a new skill. And then in the center, rock your weight into your feet, float your fingers up, close both hands. Now set it down and lift your heels. So you drop into your heels, you lift your hands until maybe you can begin to move forward and back. Inhale as your hands rise up. Exhale as your feet rise up. And as you do this day after day, you may find you get a little hang time into the navel. 3. Beauty. And 2. And 1. Slide your hands up the backs of your legs. Beautiful. Who knew? Inhale up. Soft knees, hands down the backs of your legs. Fold. Unfold, reaching tall. Fold down. Knees as bent as they need to keep your low back flat. And coming up and out. Lead with your heart. even as you come up to keep your low back flat, your navel strong. As you rise this next time, sweep wide, palms to touch, a little bitty back bend, firm your legs, and bring it down. Rising all the way up, a little bitty back bend, and all the way down. And the last time, bring it up. And hands right to the center of the chest. Feel, we're building a quality of energy that's within us because we're unblocking and creating more circulation. So more circulation means cardiovascular. Be steady. The first time, maybe you keep it on the ground, hands on your hips. Put your right heel in front of your left foot, and we just begin to tap, to tap, to tap. Exhale, exhale. Put a little spring in your step, just the heel. Now you may stay right here the whole time, or as you get stronger, you do less of this and more of a little hop. Cross and open. Exhale, exhale with each cross. Keep that going. Keep that going. Building the muscles of your feet, the muscles of your legs, putting a little spring in your step. Creating a little bit of a bounce in your body. Or when you need to, you tap it out. So tap to X, to X. And maybe staying steady right here is great, or go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap. Now perhaps eventually as you do this, you won't even tap when I start. You'll just immediately go to crossing and hopping. X, X, ready? X, add the hands. Each cross, cross. Trying to keep your arms straight, your fingers together, strong like a blade. The hands crossing in front of you. And the same thing to jump. X, 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 X. So we're removing mental blocks as well, because the work is to stay with it, to build up a bit at a time. Stop and tap your heels if you need to. Let yourself feel, and then be steady in your movement, and the feeling passes. So if you're just starting out, you tap, 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 tap. To do this all month is fantastic. X, X, X. Don't give up. We got 30 seconds. X, X, X. Ready? 10 more. We go. Bring it down and slow it down. Slow it down. X, X, X. For 3, for 2, for 1. Feet flat, palms open, eyes closed. Just pause for a moment. In the nose, out the mouth. That as you get quiet, you can feel the thrum, the flush of your blood. All that volume moving through you so wisely. Flushing loose what was caught. You can, you are, you do. I am this. Bring it down to the floor. Find your cross-legged seat. Seated tall, heart high, fingertips to your shoulders. You're rolling forward. Each one's an exhalation. Now if that's too quick, go in, one, out, one. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. as though drawing circles with the tips of your elbows. Said to relieve inner anger, inner angst, moving through the chest, allowing the shoulder blades to move on the back, rolling through the circumference of your shoulder sockets. 20 seconds. Go, girl. X, 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 X. Three, 2, 1. Take your hands all the way up. Inhale 3 sips. Hold there. Firm the arms, firm the body. Heart up, chin in. Stay tall. And then let it down. And sit tall and feel that there's a clarity, that there is a new circulation, not only the blood, but something deeper, something lighter. Be this light. Be this light. Build it. Unfold your blanket twice. Come to lie down on your back. Now, as you lie back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, your spine is supported by the length of your blanket. You lift your head and shoulders, your palm facing down or the body, and you find a whisper of ha. Feel it from the navel. Feel the navel strong and sound. Keep the breath. Close the mouth. Out the nose. Straighten the left leg, right knee to your chest. Now, as you advance, you may put both legs straight and just stay there till we meet you. Firm the left leg, that's your anchor. The shoulders, the upper back, the throat, they're free. X, X, 3, 2, change the legs, keep the breath. X, 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 X. Firm the right leg. Firm the leg, shoulders soft, faces soft. 3, 2, keep the breath, knees in. Keep the breath, keep the breath, keep the breath. You may stay here or begin to extend your legs, finding full stretch pose. Eventually, maybe the whole time you've stayed right here, 2 heels hovering just off the floor. Firm the legs, shoulders soft. You hear my voice, you'll shake, you'll tremble. 10, 9, 8, 7. Bring your knees into your chest. From there, rolling your way up and rolling your way back. It's said that as we unblock the energy of the body, we unage ourselves. That we take the rust off of our bones and our joints. We take the rust off of our thoughts in terms of what we are here to do, and we become limitless. We become more familiar with what is unfamiliar to us. Rolling forward, rolling back. Now the next time you roll forward, you'll cross your legs and hold your shins, knees wide, rolling here. So that's definitely an option. Or if you have a half lotus, you may take one foot on top of the thigh, hold the other as you roll. If you have a full lotus and you want to put the other foot on top and then roll, we go for 3. Sit up tall at the top. For 2. Oh, sit up taller than that. Thighs down, heart high. Stay 3. Stay 2. Arms are firm, legs are firm, heart is high. So that as you release, you turn towards the back of your mat. Fold the back edge of the blanket towards the bottom edge. Give yourself a slightly thicker, smaller rectangle. Knees down, shins down, hands down. And begin a circle into the hips. Letting yourself begin to move as you want to. And maybe that becomes more of a figure of 8 as you add the shoulders and the head. Maybe it rounds, maybe it arches, move through the jaw and the head and the tail. And let it be an abstract exploration. If you just want to keep the circle in the hips, awesome. If you're ready to really find where can you go, go. Give yourself permission to explore. You may add a soft dog. Letting yourself move through that dog. Into the feet, into the hands, into the hips. For 3. And for 2. And for 1. Hands and knees, finding center. Walk your hands back to lift your knees, to unfold your blanket, putting back that longer rectangle, turning over to lie flat, knees bent, palms open, to be still. A sensation of radiance emanates from the center of your body and out through the surface of all your skin. As we are unblocked, we become far more generous with what we find, with what we have, with what we are. 2 places to go, landing this in the navel, in the chest. So lifting your hips. Put your palms face down under your seat. Settle your shoulders, settle your seat, lift your feet. So the low belly drops into the floor. The left leg extends, the right knee comes back. And then you change. And then you change. Each one's an exhale. 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 Now we stay steady. The lower your heels, the more challenging the posture. If you need to, the legs don't completely extend and the feet are quite high. You may go slowly or settle in, but find it 1 minute so constant. X, 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 X. Keep the navel engaged. Keep the low belly strong, anchored. You are anchored to the floor. The backs of your hips are pinned down, steady and strong. Firm the legs, point the toes. Go, 30 seconds. Three, go, 2, go, 1. Feet flat, Lift your hips, free your hands. Pause. Bring your hands together. Your arms straight, your fingertips pointed at the ceiling. Walk your legs out, firm your legs, point your toes. Your legs are an anchor, your navel is strong. Inhale your hands apart, axe together. To inhale, to exhale, to inhale, to exhale. Eyes closed, legs firm, navel strong. That you would charge the energy of your chest. Legs are strong, navel is strong, movement is steady. By unblocking the body, by keeping the body so steady, the mind becomes unblocked as well. For 3, for 2, for 1, palms touch, inhale, hold. Press the palms, firm the legs, body strong. And then elbows bend, hands apart, palms down. Relax your feet and your knees. And I will meet you here. One more track to go. Stay steady.